Hi YouTube, so I titled this video Winter Survival Kit. Basically, things you can do and things you can incorporate into your routine to just help you make it through the winter a little bit more easily. So if you're like me, you're from a warm climate, you don't really do well with extremes in temperature despite the fact that you live in a really hot area where there are extremes of very hot temperatures. But if you're like me, then you don't do well in cold temperatures either. So I just pulled together some items, several items actually, to just help everybody make it through the winter a little bit more easily and just with a little bit more comfort. So the first thing that I want to talk about is dry skin, particularly on the body, which is where I suffer from it. Some people have dry skin on their faces too. That's not something I routinely suffer from, so I'm just mostly going to be focusing on the body because that's where I find that my skin gets the driest in the winter time. So one thing that can help with on that end is getting body oils. This one's a really good one. This is the Skin Relief Shower and Bath Oil by Aveeno. This is from a drugstore. I really like this stuff, although it makes your bathtub very slippery. And you can also exfoliate to just remove any of the dry, dead skin from your body that might be contributing to the problem of that just uncomfortable, itchy, dry feeling. You know the one, you're lying down in your bed, all of a sudden you're just itching everywhere on your body. This is the Burt's Bees Sugar Scrub. It is the cranberry and pomegranate scent. It actually has things like pomegranate oils and sugar crystals and shea butter. And so this is just going to leave your skin feeling nice and soft when you're finished. And then there's different things you can do for your body. In terms of lotions, you can get body butters like this one. This is by Burt's Bees. It is the Honey and Shea Body Butter. It also has lactic acid in it, which means it's going to have somewhat of an exfoliating effect. And some of the nice things it has in here are sunflower seed oil, glycerin that really helps trap the moisture in, coconut oil, sweet almond oil, jojoba butter. What else? Cocoa seed butter, soybean oil, just nice things. And it's just like a good, this is what it looks like, the moisturizer. What's nice about this is that it advertises not only its scent, but also the nice ingredients in there that will help your skin. Now these I haven't been trying very long, so I can't comment on the effectiveness of either of these products. I can, of course, if the mood strikes, make a video later about these. But because I've only used each of these like one time. This one, I don't like the smell of as much as I have with other products. But I mean, you're just putting it on your body for like 2 minutes, so it doesn't really matter. However, if the scent of any beauty product at any point makes you headachy or just makes you feel nauseated, then by all means chunk it, because you're just gonna feel, you're not going to feel good when you use it. So if there's ever a product whose scent is just nauseating to you or causes you irritation, of course, don't use it. But this one doesn't cause any irritation to me, and it's not on my skin for very long, so I can deal with that. And then there's also dry skin repair lotions with exfoliating properties. This is the Smoothing Repair Lotion by Eucerin. This has AHA in it, which is a type of, which is alpha hydroxy acid. And basically what that does is it's a chemical exfoliant. And what chemical exfoliants do is they slough off the dead skin cells. And that's different from other kinds of exfoliants where you're using like a physical thing to remove the dead skin cells, like walnut shells or rice or sugar or salt. And this one looks like that. It's advertised on here as having in the middle between the lightweight and rich spectrum. It's fragrance free, so if that is something you're looking for, then you might try this out. There's also Moisture Wrap, which I've been doing well with the couple of times that I've used it. This is by Neutrogena. This heals uncomfortably dry skin from the inside out. And I saw this on a Sally Hughes beauty video. She uses the British version of this. This one has like kind of an Avon foundation smell, I found. It's not too thick, but probably, I would say, like a medium thickness. And they're just going to have very soft hands by the end of this. So these are just examples of what you can use. And if you like something that's more scented, then I would try the Body Drench Daily Moisturizing Lotions. These do emphasize that they have a scent. So this is Sunsplash Mango. There's also an original one, which is like a baby powdery scent. There's a hemp one that has no THC in it, by the way. And there's also a sugarcane one. This one is particularly nice. My mom loves this stuff. So it's really a universal product. And it's just a nice moisturizer. You can put lots of it on your hands and just put some socks on there to moisturize your hands at night. It's just this great smelling lotion, and there's varieties of scents. And what's nice about this is that it does, you know, play up the fact that it has a scent, but that's not scent over substance, not scent over moisturizing properties. And then what else? You can use, Burt's Bees also makes a hand salve. And they also make a cuticle oil that I no longer have. And they also make these little trial bottles of, this one is a body lotion. So if you need one for a trip, or if your hands get really dry, you can just put this in your purse. This is a little ounce-sized tube. So obviously this would be better for like purse and hand cream. That's what that looks like there. The scent on this one I don't think is as pleasant, but it is. This is Milk and Honey. So I don't like the scent on this as much, but oh well. I guess I should say that scent can affect how I view a product, but I don't typically discount a product because of its awful scent. Then this one, if you need one for your hand, like a good hand soap, one that I would recommend is Fratelli Riso. This is an Italian brand. It has olive oil in it. This is the lemon flavor. This smells really good. And it lasts a long time. It comes in a half-liter size container. And although pricey, I have found this at stores like Marshall's, so this is sometimes available at discount stores. And if you can find something like this, one thing you could try out is a hydrating face wash like CeraVe. I was in CVS the other day and I saw somebody pick out some CeraVe cleanser with the idea of using it as the dish soap while washing the dishes. And so you could try that if your hands tend to get dry during the winter and you have to do a lot of hand washing. I know that when I wash my hands, it's as though I'm prepping for surgery, so if you're a hand washing addict or have to wash your hands a lot, you can try a nice moisturizing soap. And then one thing that I find to be particularly drying in the winter, just in general, is shaving my legs. And so I've discovered the Aveeno shave gels. This is the one that I've used. This is the Positively Smooth Shave Gel. It's in the lighter blue container. And I really like this stuff. And it is pricier, but it is a nice shave gel and you can just use less of it. And one more thing on the body care front is you can also try a body wash with exfoliating properties. This is the Aveeno Positively Nourishing Smoothing Body Wash. And some of, like, the Aveeno body care products are really good. Like this one great. This one, the shave gel, also great. I have the face moisturizer, but I don't really use that. I prefer a lighter moisturizer. The one that I actually like is the Garnier Gel Moisturizer because I find that it's just lighter. And then there's also Burt's Bees also makes this nice hand cream. It's really thick. It is the Ultimate Care Hand Cream with All J Moisture. It has baobab oil and watermelon seed oil and exfoliating natural fruit acid with essential fatty acids and antioxidants. And this is in the baobab oil. And this is just a nice thick moisturizer for your hands. So yeah, look how thick that is. You can't see it. Anyway, this is a nice thick moisturizer for your hands. And a lot of these products, with the exception of this one, I I've tried filler, and this one I tried relatively recently, so I can't comment on their overall effectiveness, but these are just some options of what's out there and things that you can try to remediate the problems that you've been having. Oh yeah, and I've been using this for a while, and I really like this. And something else you might experience is hair, like dry hair or staticky hair. And so for dry hair, what you can try are things like protein replenishing masks for weakened and damaged hair. And so this is going to restructure and fortify and nourish. This is by Moroccan Oil. This is the repair mask. You apply this between your shampoo and conditioner. And what this does is it is a reconstructed formula rich in argan oil and vegetable protein. And it penetrates deeply to rebuild hair strength and restore elasticity. So this is if you have in any way damaged hair, like chemically damaged hair. And then this one is just a L'Oreal mask. This is the hydrating mask, the Power Moisture Rush Mask. And I typically combine this with the Total Repair 5 Damage Erasing Balm, also from L'Oreal. And then what I like to do afterwards is follow with a treatment of conditioning styling products. That can really help to get your hair looking nice if it's been really damaged. And I mentioned those products in my previous video about what products I've been using to keep my hair looking nice. And so if you have dry hair, you can try out these. And then just moisturizing hair products that just moisturize and condition and smooth the hair down. And you can also try things like gels to smooth any like hair that's sticking up, or anti-frizz products also to smooth hair that's sticking up. And something else that you may find bothersome during the winter is chapped lips. So I have two examples here. This one I haven't been using. This is Benefit Benetint Lip Balm with SPF. I just pulled this out of my drawer because it has an SPF and it's a colored lip balm. So just to show you an option of what's out there. And then this one is the Burt's Bees Replenishing Lip Balm with the pomegranate oil. This is 100% natural. So if you like natural products, or you just want to try out a new lip balm, of course, give this a go. And then, one thing that is very, very bothersome to me, and I'm sure to countless other people, is allergies that can accompany changes in seasons. One thing that I've noticed over the years is that allergies are like the death of me. So I have various products to help deal with those. I have cough drops for just to kind of soothe your throat a little bit, and cough drops I find aren't extremely effective, but they do give you something to like to put in. They do give you something to soothe your throat and just kind of swirl around in your mouth, just to kind of comfort your throat. And something else you can try if cough drops don't work is the Chloraseptic. This is the warming version. It is the honey lemon. You just spray that in your throat and then kind of let it. Let's see. You just spray this in your throat and leave it in for 15 seconds and then spit out. And you're supposed to use this every 2 hours or as directed by your doctor. So you can also try this if you have a bothersome sore throat. And then for nasal decongestion, there's of course nasal sprays. This one is Afrin, but there's all different kinds of nasal sprays, and there's also oral tablets that you can take if you have congestion. And then there's, of course, things like NyQuil and DayQuil. These are cold and flu meds. They treat aches, fever, and sore throat. This one also, and then coughing. The difference between these two is the DayQuil works for nasal decongestion, but NyQuil works for sneezing and runny nose. And DayQuil is non-drowsy and has no alcohol, nor does it have antihistamines. NyQuil has 10% alcohol and does have antihistamines, so you won't be able to mix this with other things that contain acetaminophen. yeah, you aren't able to mix these things with other things, other medicines that contain acetaminophen, because that is the pain reliever ingredient they have in here. But if you're at any point unsure as to what medicines you can mix with these, I would, of course, first I would look online at reputable sites like WebMD or Mayo Clinic. And then if that doesn't help you find what you need, then you can call a doctor, see what other resources are out there. And then Vaseline is good for if your nose dries out. Mine does dry out in certain climates, and that can cause nosebleeds, and that's just really inconvenient and kind of awkward when your nose starts bleeding in a public place. And so you just get some Vaseline and just put it inside your nostrils to comfort your nostrils, and just. And then there's also the staying warm issue. One thing that I like to stay warm, I love these for cold weather, I have them on now, is fuzzy boots. I know some people really don't like these and think they're just ugly looking and not very stylish, but I find them to be excellent for cold weather. What I like is they have the nice furry lining, so that just really keeps your feet warm throughout the day. And a lot of different companies make these. You can get them from UGG, Bear Paw. I think I've bought some from Rampage and then Target. But what I would look for is one with a nice thick fuzzy lining, because that's just gonna keep you warm. And then something else that's good is nice fuzzy socks. And those you can get at stores like, you can get those at CVS. They're just those kind of thick socks that you use for moisturizing your feet. Those are great for those cold winter nights. I just like to put those on and get in my bed with my 3 layers and my warm pajama pants and sweatshirt, long sleeve t-shirt, short sleeve t-shirt combination. And anyway, those are just great to have. The warm fuzzy socks are just great to have for those cold winter nights. And something else that's nice to have are these like thick scarves. This one I got on a trip and I couldn't tell you where I got it, because I don't remember the city nor the name of the store, but it's just this nice thick scarf that's just great for wearing around on those cold winter days. And something else is good is a nice pair of gloves, just to keep your hands warm, because that can just be really just uncomfortable when you're just outside and your hands just get cold. I know that's bothersome to me. Some people actually have arthritis in their hands, so the cold weather really affects them negatively. And then something else that's nice is those like hoodies with like the fuzzy linings, like the fur linings or faux fur, whatever. Those are really warm. I've had a couple of those jackets, and those are good jackets. I had one that I kept wearing even though I got holes in it and I bleached it and it got bleached, and I just continued wearing that thing because it's just like such a nice jacket. And then what else? If you live in a really cold climate, then you can of course get those little pads that you can put in your shoes to keep your toes warm. And you can also see if like you can get some for your hands too, to slip in your gloves. To put in your gloves to keep your hands warm also. Because just cold hands and feet just kind of have a tendency to make the rest of you cold. And something that I like to have when I go to sleep is a heating pad. These are just like nice to kind of just put on your pillow when you go to sleep at night. It's just nice to have this nice hot pad underneath you while you go to sleep. And if your heater doesn't work that well, you can also get an electric blanket. Or if you just like to have that extra warmth, you can just get like a nice electric blanket, so you can have it to just cuddle yourself and just envelop yourself in just warmth. And what else? If you like kind of comfort drinks around the cold weather, around winter time, this one I have a suggestion. It is Nestle Abuelita. This is a cinnamon hot chocolate mix. It is Mexican style hot chocolate. Basically, it's hot chocolate with a cinnamon flavor, and you just put it in hot milk or water, and it's really good. And they also make it in these I don't know if they're I don't remember if they're hexagonal or octagonal blocks of chocolate, and you break those apart, or you can use the whole thing, and you boil that with milk, and that just melts the chocolate and makes this nice warm drink to have around the cold weather. And it's really nice to just have warm drinks and just that nice warm comfort food like soups, and potato soup is really good. And just those nice warm foods you have. Stuff that I like is, I've tried some good recipes last night. I tried this slow cooked Fiesta chicken. Basically what you do is you put cut up pieces of chicken and put it in your slow cooker with seasonings and tomatoes and black beans, and you add some corn later, and it's really good. And I don't know if you've ever had twice baked potatoes, you can tell I haven't eaten all my dinner yet. Twice baked potatoes, and which you just make it like a regular potato. You just bake the potatoes in the oven, and then you cut them in half and scoop out the insides, and then you're gonna mix that with all the toppings you typically put on your potato, and then you load your mixture back into the potato shells, and then bake that. And you can even refrigerate them and slice them up at a later date if you want to make little hors d'oeuvres for a party. But those are so good and just great wintertime foods. So yeah, so those are just my suggestions for surviving the winter. If you live in a cold climate or a hot climate that just gets unbearably cold, you can put some of these tips to use to stay a little more comfortable during the winter. So I hope you are able to use these tips, and I hope you're able to get some ideas from this video and just ways to make your winter a little bit more comfortable if it's not your favorite season. So anyway, I hope you have a great winter and have a great holiday, and just have a great Thanksgiving and great Christmas and just whatever you celebrate. Enjoy it.